Hi, everybody. It is December 28, 2021. I mentioned two documents in a video that I posted last night. One of them, Human Augmentation, the Dawn of a New Paradigm. Ministry of Defense, this is in the UK, as well, Identity Document Validation Technology and the Right to Work and Right to Rent schemes, and DBS, Pre-Employment Checking. Okay. I will link below to both of these. And while this is out of the UK government, this is coming to all of us. So, the Human Augmentation Ministry of Defense, 110 pages of this new world that is here already, and it's only going to become more and more obvious. Yes, the human-machine interface. And guess what? They're rolling it out. They are rolling it out. And if you don't know anything about the brain-machine interface, the human hybrid, and transhumanism, then you might want to click on the link below and read some of this document. They're literally changing what it means to be a human being. And I just want to point out just a few points made in this document. And if we go to page 9, but here's the table of contents: understanding human augmentation, human augmentation technology, ethical considerations, legal considerations, implications for society, implications for defense. And as I am reading just a little bit of this document, think about, well, how could this affect me? Now, they talk about the implications for defense. They talk about human augmentation and artificial intelligence changing the concept of warfare. They talk about enhancing the soldier. Think about the enhancement of police. That's coming. And there won't be any way to fight off these human hybrids. So, page 9. Let's see, audience. Human augmentation, the dawn of a new paradigm, seeks to inform a wide audience across the defense and security sector, police, law enforcement. It will be relevant to those involved in policy and strategy formulation, science and technology, concepts and force development, capability and acquisition, procurement, personnel and workforce planning, and operational commanders and their staffs. Oh boy. So many of us are going to die off, and we're going to miss the actual witnessing of what is coming shortly. So, how about page 10, which is, they do mention right here, it has a potential to impact every facet of our lives, and even change the meaning of what it means to be a human. It could challenge philosophical concepts, our belief systems, and ethical and legal frameworks. By the way, they're using artificial intelligence. Okay, I bookmarked this article. I didn't read. I only read the headline. But artificial intelligence in some country is actually doing legal work, uh, prosecuting cases. Yeah, it's here. We're living it. It's not something that will one day come around the corner. This whole new world is already happening. Now, in your bubble, in your little bubble, you may not see it happening, but it is. And it's only going to, spread out wider and wider, and eventually you will see it. Perhaps not these new war fighters, but you'll see it happening. Actually, I got a notification for the editing program that I use, updating for artificial intelligence editing. Yeah. So, um, it will challenge, not could. It will challenge philosophical concepts, our belief systems, ethical and legal frameworks in ways that we have not anticipated. So, this publication goes into some of that, but what it does say on page 15 is concerning but not surprising. Not surprising. Let's see. Here. We cannot wait for the ethics of human augmentation to be decided for us. We must be part of the conversation now. It's not just about a conversation. They already have been installing artificial intelligence all over the place. All right, the ethical implications are significant, but not insurmountable. Um, what is interesting in this paragraph, there may be a moral obligation to augment people, particularly in cases where it promotes well-being or protects us from novel threats. So once one country starts doing this, all the countries that have the resources to create this human augmentation will follow suit, because nobody wants to just allow one country to have this kind of technology, because the threat of that is not insurmountable. So they all follow suit. This right here. It could be argued that treatments involving novel vaccination processes and gene and cell therapies are examples of human augmentation already in the pipeline. So, that needle that stings when they put it into your muscle, that is, it is that YouTube, you understand. It could be argued that treatments involving novel vaccination processes and gene and cell therapies are changing the human being. And they are. So, it's the enhancement of physical, psychological, social, mental abilities of the human. But what is really important about this is not just for soldiers. This is for entire security apparatus, law enforcement, police. Oh, it will be a whole new world. And, look, all of this, when you think about your lifetime, like, I cannot believe that I am 63 years old. How the hell did that happen? And while you're going through your life, you don't realize that it's going quickly until you get to this point and you go, okay, this kind of went pretty fast. So Yeah, the deadline for a lot of what is taking place is literally 8 years away, 2030. And then they have deadlines for 2040, 2050. And they seem to be able to come in early on an awful lot of these agendas. So I will link below to this document. Um, yeah, new concepts of warfare, reducing the risk of cognitive overload. Boy, now that I wouldn't mind. Brain interfaces linked to machine learning algorithms have the potential to rapidly accelerate the speed and quality of decision making. All right, the other document is UK Digital Identity and Attributes Trust Framework. This is digital identification. And oh, it's rolling out. It's going to be rolling out January 22nd. UK Digital Identity. Did I say 22nd? Well, January 2022. Okay. UK Digital Identity and Attributes Trust Framework will open for providers to begin the certification process. Sign up, employers. Is it voluntary? No. No. Now, this document and looking at other documents that are um, embedded within this document here, which I did check, it seems to be addressing immigration status. And then when I was reading some of the tweets, when people, all you are conspiracy theorists, and this is involving immigration and verifying that people who are in the country from another country have the legal right to be here. Oh, so naive. So naive. This is your digital ID coming at you. And do not think it's going to remain just for immigrants. It will be for everyone, not just in the UK, all over the world. This framework will set out the rules and standards for organizations to follow in order to carry out secure, trustworthy, and consistent digital identity checks. The Home Office will enable employers and landlords to use certified identification document validation technology, IDVT, service providers to carry out digital identity checks on their behalf for many who are not in scope to use the Home Office online service, including British and Irish citizens. The relevant changes in legislation will take effect April 6, 2022. So it will allow employers, landlords, and then eventually everyone to verify the person's identity remotely, provide their eligibility to work or rent, and apply for DBS checks. I don't know what DBS checks are. I'm wondering if it has something to do with like welfare checks or something. I don't know. It allows people to upload images of their personal documents instead of presenting physical documents to a prospective employer, reducing time and mitigating risk. You know how the human being just loves convenience over the loss of freedom and tyranny. And you know what it will also do? It will help to support long-term post-pandemic working practices. There ain't going to be a post. We're stuck in a pandemic life forever, except I think the pandemic will begin to give way for climate change. Yes, climate change lockdowns. Isn't it fun living this time? Woof, man. All right. By the way, they will tell you how all of that information that you are, putting into this app, I guess, it's secure. Don't you worry. You just put in all of your information and, just make it digital and it's secure. And your government is keeping it secure. It can be hacked by those who know how to hack, but your government lies to you over and over again. Victorian government lied, tried to suppress the truth over the QR code. Dan, you lied? What a surprise! What a shocker! I'm just so upset. I'm not in Australia, but these people lie all the time. Okay. How can it be that people actually believe any of them in office? Any government official today, how is it possible that people can believe them when they're caught lying and lying and lying and lying? What do they say about insanity? It's doing that same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Got to get away from that. So, Victorians were told that QR code, that information, that digital information, it's secure, and don't you worry. He even said we're just getting rid of it after 28 days. We delete it. It's all a lie. All a friggin' lie. So there was a court ruling that exposed the Daniel Andrews government that lied about and tried to cover up details over the security of the private information of millions of Victorians. The information was shared to third parties. Why would anyone want to do this? Why? So the government not only was aware of the lie, but had actively tried to deceive the public by gagging the release of the truth related to the security of private information. It was not secure. They sell all of this money. They make money off of your information. But what's that personal information? Your health information, the QR codes? Wow. Well, I do think it's time for us to stop believing the liars. If you don't know what's going on in the world, but you know that you're being lied to, I think it's time for you to sit down and do some research. A whole lot of people have done that research for you. They've posted videos on a whole lot of platforms now, not just YouTube. The information is out there and it is easily accessible. If you don't know where to start, talk to your nearest conspiracy theorist. They'll guide you. All right. Links below, guys. Hope you're all doing well. And I will perhaps see you later on tonight or tomorrow. Ciao, guys.